Hey everybody, it's James Rowney here for a brand new vlog from home and beyond. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to be notified when I upload a brand new vlog or video. You can also follow me on Instagram at James George Rowney. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. James, when is the next episode of James Rowney's Disney vlog is gonna be released? Well, truth is I've been really busy over the last few days. I haven't got my head round to it just yet, so I'll probably make a Christmas vlog out of it at some point. Now, as you can see, I'm down in the Manila Valley train station, and it's not the one where I take into Paris, but instead, I'm going to be taking the train down to London. Why? Well, just for a bit of leisure. Not only that, I'm also going to be seeing from Phantom of the Opera down there at Her Majesty's Theatre. So as we have a look around, there's not much people on this platform, though many people are starting to come down ready for the train to arrive. And this will be my first trip to see Phantom of the Opera since I did my one of my first shows down in London with my university lot when I was still studying at Staffordshire University at the time, and that was when John Owen Jones made his appearance, and I've been dying to meet him ever since he first returned to Phantom in London, and it was really amazing to finally get to see him perform as Phantom for the first time, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing the new cast, and I've seen them from other people's videos. They've made a few changes outside, mainly with the posters and everything. Made everything go back to its original 1986 form. Oh, and speaking of John Owen Jones, I just remembered, did you know that he is currently in the Japanese version of Phantom, but only it's not the Andrew Lloyd Webber version? Oh no, it's in fact the original Ken Hill version. And that is the very musical what inspired Lloyd Webber to make his own interpretation. So I had to keep my voice lowered as everyone else is being really quiet as well. So I should be leaving in about a few minutes. So I'll probably see if I can record the journey if it's not too dark out there. And soon I'll be back in London. Well, that was a nice little something to come back to England for, a Christmas carol service. Well, here I am at one of the busiest train stations in London, or much rather, one of the busiest train stations in the United Kingdom. So I might as well get the underground all the way down to Camden Town and make my way down to the hostel. I might come across a few Christmas decorations along the way, and would you believe it's been this long since I last came to Euston Station? Excuse me about the hot sweaty hair there, as I've been in a coat most of the time. But right now I've just checked into St. Christopher's Inn in Camden Town. And would you believe there's a lot more beds than I was expecting? And as we come along here, this is my bed right here. Bed number 11. Right, so I might as well do myself in for the day and have myself a nice little wander around London tomorrow before I go and see Phantom for the 3rd time in a row. I'm really looking forward to this. So, I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Oh man, that was a restless night. Still, I had me brekkie and I'm just about to head out to London for the day. Oh, but before I do, I want to talk to you about the many changes that this hostel has been through since the last time I came here. Now, last time I came here was back in March, or maybe April. I'll have to look up on my videos again. Yeah, it was that time when I went to see 42nd Street when Lulu was there at the time. But now, seeming that they had the new cast changed again, it's now this time former EastEnders actress and West End veteran Bonnie Langford. Yep, that's right. Bonnie Langford is taking on 42nd Street before it closes. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's get on with the tour. So first of all, we're going down into the locker and chill out room. Now, if you may remember that chalkboard here, apparently now it's been gone, and now they've changed it into a map somewhere that's in the middle of Camden. So this is where I am now. And if we spread out, as you can see, you'd have Camden Town at the top and going all the way down to Euston down below. So now moving on into the chill out locker room. So I mean, as you can see here, not much has changed apart from the rearrangement of the furniture, and they got themselves a new DVD and video games rack. I don't know why I said video games, but remind me to edit that out. And TV's still there, and most of the mural on the wall still remains the same. The only addition is that they have a new vending machine, which I hadn't even used yet. And this here, this used to be a toilet there, but I don't know what it's for now. Probably a storage room. And the locker room hasn't been changed a bit either. So now it's time to move on to the pub area. Just press that. Now, as you can see, the pub area has actually changed a lot. When I originally first came here, and the last time I came here, the reception used to be over there, whilst it's been moved to the left, and that was where the breakfast bar used to be. And whilst over here is where the breakfast bar is today. And originally the toilet's entrance used to have an archway over there, and as you can see, it's now completely gone, and all along the walls they made a new mural. Very nice. And they completely decorated it with Christmas decorations. And even all over the main pub area. And some parts of the wall they haven't actually changed at all. And oh yes, they've even decorated the windows. Very festive. So now that I've given you the grand tour of all the changes that they made in there, what do I think? Well, I would like to say it's definitely one of the best changes that they've ever made. They made it more, a lot more today. Oh, hang on, there's a bus going by. They've actually modernised the hostel into how we see it today, and that's all I could pretty much say, really. So well done. So right now I'm just about to head down to Leicester Square, aka Theatreland, aka the West End, to refresh my memory. And when the time comes, I'll go and pick up my tickets for the Phantom of the Opera. So looking forward to this. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just too excited. Someday, guys. Someday. Yep, even the Pineapple Dance Studios is getting into the Christmas spirit. And would you believe by this time next month, it'll be exactly one whole year ever since I passed not only my second audition for Disneyland Paris, but also my very first audition in this very building right there. I could still picture it all right now every time I come here. I really can. Such fond memories. Really am hoping to come back. And only in London where they nearly wrap up an entire building like a Christmas present. And take a look at this. Doesn't Covent Garden look this beautiful at this time of year? And look at this. One of the biggest Christmas wreaths in the United Kingdom. And even though that I may not be allowed to go in there at the moment, but as you can see, the mistletoes have returned. So here we are, 42nd Street, Theatre Royal, Drury Lane once again, which now features former EastEnders actress, former Doctor Who actress, and musical theatre veteran, Bonnie Langford. Woohoo! Just about to enter the Leicester Square Christmas market. Personalised photo tellies. Now that's something new. Well, at least the fountains are not switched on, otherwise that would get the stalls all wet. Compared to what I went through in one of my previous vlogs. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, the leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give. Mind you, I haven't actually been to the Birmingham Christmas market in a long time, so this is actually my first Christmas market that I've actually been to on my own. It looks really magical, in my opinion. Hello again, Charlie. Happy Christmas. Now this building here, this used to be where the Nickelodeon shop used to be. And look at that! A giant life-size Pikachu. Now that's something you don't get very often. And there it is, Bumblebee, as part of the Transformers franchise, to be released on Christmas Eve. I wonder if they might do the same for Herbie the Love Bug. Cool, they're in a hurry. I wonder if they might have forgotten their sandwiches. Now, before I go and get my tickets for the Phantom of the Opera, I would like to welcome you once again to one of my favourite hotspots of London's West End's Theatreland, and that is the Theatre Cafe. Now, you may probably be wondering, why am I filming a Billy Elliot poster with autographs on, Billy Elliot's boxing gloves, and Maggie Thatcher's mask? Well, reason being is that, did you know that one of my friends, Annabelle Crosby Stewart, who I work at Disneyland Paris with, she used to play the role of Debbie Wilkinson in Billy Elliot the Musical in the West End back in 2010, and that's literally 1 year before I went to see the show in the West End on my 16th birthday, and way long before the UK tour. How amazing is that? Okay, now here's something that people never expect when they come to London, is the world's largest rubber ducky. And it's all part of Duck and Waffle Local. And guess what? I'm back! Now, as you can see, Ben Lewis has been replaced by Tim Hua, correct me if I'm wrong. And most of the cast actually stayed the same. And as we zoom out, it looks as if the poster has actually gone back to the way it was when it first opened back in 1986, including all of the signage. Well, got my ticket right here, so I might as well go for a little wander around the West End, and when the time comes, it's time for me to go back and watch my favourite musical of all time. Yes! And as you can see, the Christmas tree of Trafalgar Square has finally been set up. Now, if you can see that star up on the tree, well, that is actually the very star that one of the presenters on Blue Peter accidentally dropped all the way down to the floor at the bottom. But only a few years on from that incident, that star is now looking good in its mint condition. Now, here's something which I've never seen before. It's the nativity scene. There's Joseph, Mary, little baby Jesus, Angel Gabriel, the three wise men who brought gold, frankincense and myrrh. That's frankincense, not Frankenstein. And here are the animals who witnessed the baby that was born in the stable. And also, as you can see, the area has been taped off. I'm not sure why it is, but I believe it's to prevent any more accidents with the lions over here. And as you can see, the refurbishment of the Big Ben is still going ahead. Now, do you remember me telling you about my one of my college friends, Jamie Tiert, who I used to study at Sutton Coldfield College in my teen years? Well, this is where he is right now. Motown the Musical at the Shaftesbury Theatre on Shaftesbury Avenue. And if you look very closely, you can see his name right there, Jamie Tiert. So theatre goers, take note. I really recommend you seeing him when he goes out on stage. He's absolutely amazing, talented, and a really funny guy to work with. Really recommend it. Now, even though Aladdin is going to be closing at the Prince Edward Theatre soon, but Disney itself is not going anywhere anytime soon. Why, I hear you ask? Well, that's because Mary Poppins is going to be taking over soon, which will feature Charlie Stem, who had once made his Broadway debut on Hello Dolly, and will soon be heading back to the London Palladium for another pantomime return, but only this time in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So hopefully when I'm back, I'll go and see him then. So I've just found out that over there is the official grand opening of the musical The Band by Tim Firth. So I'm going to get a little sneaky peek of about what's going to happen, then head over to Her Majesty's Theatre and get into Phantom. do you reckon that Gary Barlow might be turning up at the premiere tonight? Who knows? Only time will tell. And before I head into Her Majesty's Theatre, I'm going to play myself a little game called How Many Celebs I Can Spot.
You're looking to your right, please. All in here.
David Williams! Hey, David!
David! David!
Computer says no! Well, I've finally spotted Gary Barlow and Robbie Williams at the premiere of the band just across the road, and even got to have seen David Williams as well. So I'm here in Her Majesty's Theatre now, about to watch Phantom. Well, today's the third day of my London trip, and it's also the day I go back to Paris. London, once again, as always, you have been amazing, and I am going to miss you. But unfortunately, I've got to go home, back to Paris. And hopefully soon, take another trip into the West End's Theatreland. Look what I just came across. The one thing I've noticed when I was at the Phantom last night, I've noticed they've also made a few slight changes, mainly in the Red Death costume and the masquerade scene. That was last seen in the 25th anniversary edition of Phantom over at the Royal Albert Hall about a few years ago now, which starred Ramin Karimloo and Sierra Boggess. Well, here we are, King's Cross St Pancras. Let's see, I'll probably take this way out. And there goes the tube onto its next destination. My train won't be for a while yet, so I thought I'd have myself a nice little wander around and see what I can see. And just looking around on the top floor, it very much reminds you of the Harry Potter films. Don't you agree? Just gone through security now. I'm just waiting in the waiting room before my train gets called and find out which platform I've got to go to. Which probably won't be for a little while yet. This is James Rowney here with a traffic update. I was supposed to be leaving at 3:04, but the train has been delayed due to late arrival. So what's going to happen now is that the gate will be open at about 3:30 and the train is expected to depart at 3:45 instead. So I'll just hang around a bit and see what happens. So the good news is the train is now ready for boarding, and if I miss my connecting train, I'll just get the next one. So I'll just keep those fingers crossed to hopefully get my connecting train in time, and if all fails, I'll just do the following. So I managed to get myself onto an alternative connecting train down to Marnilla Valley. So hopefully in about a few minutes to an hour or so, I'll make it into Marnilla Valley in time for tea. Well, I just finally made it back to Marnilla Valley and couldn't have come at a better time because the bus to take me back to my flat has finally arrived. Right, so I'm now all safe and sound in my flat once again. So that's James Rowney signing off for this vlog. So until next time, see ya! Or as Mickey Mouse would say, see ya real soon!